some olive oil. I already put a little bit of coconut oil in there. So that's good. I'm going to put some pepper. Even though the salsa has a lot of flavor, it's going to add a little bit more. Yeah, so that's good. And some cheese. There's a cheese I like, the Mexican style. Cover it for a little bit and then flip it in half. I think I don't want maybe some tea with that. I have my mushroom coffee. This stuff here is really good. Let me tell you. If you have a problem, and you know what I mean with the number 2 area, this is gonna flush everything out. It also decreases your appetite. Okay, very good. All right, very, very good. Got this on Amazon. Or you can go directly to the website. I think if you put your email in, they'll send you some sort of discount. And also have a coupon that they sent me in the mail, so I'm definitely gonna be reordering it. I don't have to take nothing. I have no problem down there anymore, which I used to. Not anymore with this stuff. All right, let me flip my egg over. Here's my spatula. I'll flip it in half. Should have put some mushrooms in there, but I'll have it later on. I like mushrooms. I'm going to cover it a little bit more. Let's turn this up a bit. I like my classical music in the morning. It just calms me down for the day. And I'm gonna have some black beans with it. Okay, that is a Cuban style stuff. Eggs with black beans, let me tell you, it's the bomb. And it fills you up, and you're getting your fiber. Add some black beans. Where is my canned food now? Oh, let's see if I have one with an open top. No, I don't. That's weird. It vanish too. Oh, right in front of my friggin' eyes. Right in my eyes. Right in my eyes. Right in my eyes. Okay. Drinking my water. Cheers. I think I need a little seasoning on that. I'm gonna use my good old faithful salt-free lemon pepper on there. So the black beans is really good for you. If you should try it with eggs and black beans, it's good because black beans have a lot of fiber. Okay. I'm eating a little early because I'm gonna go to the gym. When I go on an empty stomach, I don't do too well, so it's gonna be breakfast for the day and then another meal and a protein drink. Whew. Excuse me. Hey guys, I'm having breakfast before I go to the gym. When I go on an empty stomach, I don't do too good, so I'm having scrambled eggs with black beans for the fiber and a piece of pumpkin toast. Yeah, I think that should be heated enough. Yeah. Turn the fire off on that and dish it out. Alright, I'm gonna dish it out. Let's set you up at the table. I'm gonna have some tea.
Okay, everyone, let's take the chocolate bar. Business is booming for Steph's small marketing research firm. After all these focus groups, there's only one conclusion. We need more researchers. And she's way too busy researching.
Okay. Come need some hot sauce. Russell. I'm running out of hot sauce. Not a good thing. Nothing is coming out. Oh, it's done. Let's try this one. Breakfast. Okay. That's breakfast. Water. That's the water I like to drink. Light my candle. I don't like my house smelling of food. So light my candle here. Oh, where's my lighter? guys, good morning. I'm having my breakfast before I go to the gym. When I go on an empty stomach, I don't perform too well. Okay, so I have egg with salsa, I have black beans, pumpkin toast, and a little bit of bacon there. Alright, chop in. Let's say my little prayers going. So this is just 2 eggs scrambled with some salsa. And sometimes when I don't want to eat any meat, I will just have this and that for dinner. A lot of the times. I need my hot sauce. See if I can squeeze anything out of it. There's a little bit in there, but it's not. I like. It's not. You see, maybe the top is kind of. I'm a little bit. See if it will loosen it up. See if that works. Yeah, I think the top is kind of stuck. I'll have to clean it out. Anyway, let me try this one, lemon pepper hot sauce. It's not really that hot. Okay, I know we'll kick it up a notch. Which is a bagel, everything bagel. I really don't like to use that on my eggs, but I need it to be a little bit more spicy. Alright. Okay. I'm really not that hungry, but I know when I go to the gym in the morning, I don't eat. I don't do good. I'm like a slob. Like I'm fighting to get through it, and I don't want that. I want to be able to spend a whole hour there. Anyway, good morning. How are you? Hope that you're taking care of yourself, loving on yourself. Drinking water, guys. Very important. It helps to flush out the toxin, balance your body. And once in a while, drink some distilled water. I do that too. At least twice a month, by myself. A gallon and just drink on that the whole day. A pumpkin toast, no butter in there. Anyway, what do you guys have planned today? I really was supposed to go to work. I called out. I was tired. I was really tired. And I have the time, so I use it. I'm a slow eater, and that's on purpose. Because that way, so I'm eating and talking, so with me. That way I can recognize when I'm full and try and stuff the food down, and then I get so terribly full I feel sick. So when I'm full, I'm stopped. It doesn't mean that what you have on your plate, you should finish the whole thing. I know it's a bad habit for my parents. Oh, finish your meal, gotta finish your food, gotta finish your food. No. When you're full, stop. If you don't want to throw it away, then put it in a container, put it in the refrigerator. Of course, yeah, it might not taste the same as when you make it fresh. Because I'm really not a leftover person, but if I have to, especially when it comes to my vegetable, I'm not throwing it away. Because I'm eating it the next day. But I won't let it go past 3 days. That's the cut-off point for me. So I wanted to catch up because I realized when I did the live yesterday, I did not finish my story time about my first husband. So my first husband was Cuban. Very gorgeous man. He did, sometime he did some modeling, but his real profession was a solicitor. So if you know, in England, you have solicitors and barristers. Barristers go to the court. They're the one that wears the white wig and the black robe. And so for you to see a barrister, you have to be referred from a solicitor. So the solicitor is the one that prepares your case, and he scoops out the best God, I can't speak this morning. He scoped out the best barrister that fits your case, because barristers have certain specialty that they deal with, just like doctors, same thing. And that was his job. Handsome, tall, dark, chocolatero, Cubanan, very smart, very intelligent, and he was also going for his degree to be a barrister. And like I told you, that little mix up where I and his little side chick got pregnant at the same time. Well, she was first and I was a little bit later, but I was married to him. So there was a difference. So when she found out that he was going to be higher and, to become a barrister, oh, no. That was not going to sit well with her. He was paying the child support and everything. She like, oh no, that should have been my life and not her life. So one day, I was going to get stuff for the baby because the baby was going to be christened. This couple of months old, and it's like she was scooping us out. I came out of the jewelry store, bought my daughter a little bracelet, and there she was, right there. So I don't know if she was following us in the car or whatever, I don't know, but she just happened to appear. So he goes, what are you doing here? goes, yes, yes, it should be my life. It should be my life. And you're not going to, that child's not going to be christened and yada yada. So it broke out in a fight. So she started, I don't know what, it just broke out in a fight. Police got involved. It was a whole mess. The whole thing went to court. And somehow, because it was like two of us attacked, and I had witnessed, you know, the guy from the jewelry store was very nice because he knows us in the neighborhood. Like I said, we live in a prominent Jewish neighborhood, and he came to court and testified. Said that woman didn't do a thing. She was actually crying. She was crying like, "Please don't fight." But it wasn't enough, because I think within the fight somehow he bit her, and I don't know how. I don't know. I really don't remember how it happened. But he bit her, and she was left with a scar. I don't want to tell you where he bit her. It's not anywhere down there. It's within the face area, so she was left with a scar. So it did go to court. It did not end up well. He ended up going inside, so that totally ruined his career. So he could not practice law again. No kind of way. You can't have any criminal record and practice law. So that was the end of his career. So that really did a lot of damage to him. When he came out, he became very violent with me, and just felt that his life was over. But he was lucky enough that this Nigerian law firm knew his qualities, knew his worth, and took him on, like to do all the paperwork, but he couldn't, you know, present himself as a solicitor anymore. So he was happy. So he was making the same money and sometimes even more, because these guys knew his work. And not only that, he spoke Spanish, English. He spoke a little bit of Russian. What was the other language? And he understand Latin. You can read it and speak it. And when I tell you that man was bloody brilliant, he was brilliant. It's just a goddamn shame. So of course, you know, start mixing, hanging out with all those millionaires, billionaires, hanging out with the wrong crowd, because he's a club person. He loves the clubs. Couldn't help himself. And I mean, this is hard for me to talk about, but sometimes you just need to just let it out. And if one day my daughter should find this video, because we're not close right now, she'll know the truth. She'll know the honest truth. So I had a girl, she had a girl, and somehow they started connecting. And I told my daughter, listen, just be very, very careful of these people, because they're dangerous. They don't want you around. They don't want me around. So, oh, mother, you're so jealous. That's my sister. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Whatever. But she didn't listen. But anyway, back to my husband. So, hanged out with the wrong crowd. So all of a sudden, you know, all these white people would come. I'm not that I have nothing wrong with white people, because, you know, I live in a dominant Jewish neighborhood. But by then, my parents had bought me a flat in London. So me and him was living together. So he started having his friends coming by, and I'd be cooking and so on. And you know what? They'd be taking some stuff that was not against my grain. Became more violent. Wanted to slap me around, and I wasn't having it. And one night, he tried to hurt me. He did. And with the grace of God, I walked away alive. And I said, never again. I would not put myself in a position where he think he's just going to hurt me, and I have a young daughter. Well, that night, I wasn't driving yet. I did not have my license. I called a cab, snapped into the living room, called a cab, took the cab, and went to my mom's house. So in the morning, he came with a baby, because he can't leave the baby alone. And that was the plan, that I wanted him to come with a baby, because once he came with a baby, that was it. I was not going back to my own place. my flat that my parents bought me. So later on that afternoon, his father was still alive. He came around and said, yes, you know, I gotta understand my son. You know, he doesn't feel